Hello, hello, hello. It's Don for Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's having an amazing week. I'm telling you, it's been crazy again. A busy week, but a good week here on this side. Welcome in, Cheeky. Welcome in, Afia. Nice to see you both pop in. Hopefully, there's more popping in. There's Mina. Hello, Mina. Nice to see you in. Hopefully your week has been a good one. You know, we're headed toward a weekend of celebration and reflection. So it's a holiday weekend, but it's one of those holiday weekends that we also give respect and reflect upon those who have passed on. Because it's Memorial Day, is that right? Yeah, Labor Day and then Memorial Day. I always get confused, but I'm thinking there's one more. Look at my hair sticking out there. It's crazy. It's taking flight. Anyway, yeah, just it's one of those things. You have a good weekend. You say, okay, have a good holiday, but it's a mixed thing. But we all know also, if you're on the East Coast, with this holiday brings the end of the summer season. We always knew that was the end of the summer season for us. And as kids, we would go back to school after this holiday weekend every time. I do not know if they do that nowadays because it's been a while, as you can tell, since I've been in school. But that's how it worked on that side of the country. Also, it's interesting because it's interesting when you grow up in an environment, and then you kind of learn how to, I guess, live life through that. You mark time through that. All the experiences that you have, you learn how to handle them through whatever your environment brings you. And with us on the East Coast, because we had 4 defined seasons, we definitely had a summer, we had a spring, we had a fall, and we had a winter. And so it seemed to me it was easier to mark time there, and also in Germany when I lived there, because Germany had 4 distinct seasons. When it got to Texas, it got a little more complicated because Texas has warm and hot. Those are the 2 seasons, or wet and dry, depending on which year it was. And so it got a little muddled. It did get a little chilly, but in Texas, I always wore shorts. I seldom wore long pants, except when I was in a courtroom or when I was in my law office, because you kind of have to put on the uniform, right? Or when I was doing the real estate stuff. And then with here in Arizona, it's like out the window. There is no spring, summer, winter, fall. No, there's not even a spring and a summer. It's usually 2 seasons again. It's either warm or warmer. You're either wet or dry. And most of the time it's dry. So again, it's all over the place. So for me, it was interesting. The change of seasons came. It helped me to mark time, and therefore I could remember about 4 years ago, because I would remember 4 Christmases ago instead of this extended time. So how I got there, I don't know. But the point is, very clearly, the season's changing. The summer is over. And I'm hoping that you guys are ready for the fall. And if you're on the East Coast or in some of the Midwest or even in the midsection of the country, I'm told right now you guys are under an extreme heat ban. But guess what? Welcome to the heat. We've had it here. But again, you're not built for it. We are. Your environment's not built for it. Your houses probably aren't built for it, where ours are built to handle that kind of extreme heat. So, the best thing I can tell you to suggest to you, is stay hydrated. Hydration is the most important thing. That is one thing we learned when we move here. It is hydration. Make sure you're taking in water. Even when you're not sweating, or you think you're not going to the bathroom a lot or not using the water, believe me, it comes out and it evaporates. So make sure you stay hydrated. In the heat, it is super important. Out here, it's amazing how many people come to visit. And when they come to visit, they quickly get dehydrated, and they can't understand it because they're not from this area, and they don't understand it because they don't understand the extreme heat. But living here, you learn it, and you learn it quick. With that said, I'm flying solo, as you can see tonight. Miss Angie is not able to come live tonight, so you get stuck with me for the period for whatever time we're together. And with that said, before we get going, I just wanted to remind everybody, the thing that you saw first, I thought I'd had that flipped over, but it was my award for the 2024 International Impact Book Awards. They awarded me the award. I'm gonna put it back up for you so you can see what I'm talking. They awarded me for 2 categories. I was the winner for 2 different categories. The first one was for mind, body, spirit. And the second one was for personal growth and development. So if you look here, you'll see it: personal growth and development, mind, body, spirit. Anyway, so that was exciting, and that's what that was about. But I thought I'd taken it off the screen because that was up the last time I was on, and I think that's on. I don't know if you can see it. But anyway, yep, I think so. So I wanted to put that back up and explain that because I actually love my new intro that you guys saw. That's one of my, I think this is one of the coolest looking intros I've done. It took me a while to create that. It took me a while to create that infinite loop of that design and then find the right music. I actually have it in two different sets of music. I completely prepared it under two sets of music. I love both. And I switch back and forth, but that one's kind of more like a countdown music. The other one's more like a mellow and chill music. So wanted to bring that, understand why that was that way. Now, if you hear a squeaky, that's my dog. She's playing with her squeaky toy, and it keeps her busy. But as you can see, she gets a little noisy from time to time. So I ask you to, forgive me for that. I can't help that. Or you may hear her come up and down the steps because now she's learning to go up and down the steps. And so what happened is she was playing with her squeaky balls, and they kept going down here down the steps. And she realized she can't get to them. Well, now she had motivation. So now she comes down and gets them and takes them back up. Or before, she wouldn't come down. So I had my peace and solitude here. Okay, with that said, also, I want to bring something to your attention. This week, I finally finished a project I've been working on for a little while, and it is a meditation I've been doing for quite a while, but never wrote it down, never memorialized it into something that we can hold on to, either writing or video. But I did it this week, and I finalized it this week, and I recorded it. So I made a video, and the video is for meeting your spirit guides. And this is a QR code here, this QR code. And also, if you look in the chat, you should see an HTTPS, thing to a web address, and you can click on it as well. I would suggest you click on this address, click on this, even if you're not going to see it right now, even if you're not sure you're going to want to see it for any time soon. What this does is this meditation, I prepared it specifically to help you find it. It's a guided meditation, by the way. It's a guided meditation with my voice, and it starts you from the beginning of getting seated. I'm making sure your space is properly prepared, and then once you're seated, to get into the right frame of mind, I take you down, as I call it, into this relaxed state, and then we do some visualizations, and eventually we go through a process where I introduce you to some things, and then ultimately you're seated and you're able to then meet your spirit guides. And then I give you time while you're under. I tell you very clearly, as you're under and you're in that moment, that we will be back. I'll be back in a little while, and then so about 6 or 7 minutes you have to have the communication with your spirit guides, and then I come back and I bring you back out of there and back to the real world in that sense. So again, it's a deep seated meditation. It takes about 30 minutes, so make sure you set 30 minutes aside on your calendar, but it's going to help you very well to meet your spirit guides. And also, even if you don't want to meet your spirit guides, if you do the process and you go through it, and you go through it with a different mindset. Say you want to have answers to questions. Say you want to meet somebody like your family, some family member, some past family member. This is a perfect opportunity to do it too. Go take the same meditation, but when you hear spirit guide, make sure that in your head you've told yourself, flip that to mean someone in the past. So if you had somebody recently passed or somebody long-term passed, and you just want to meet up with them and see if they have something for you, this is the thing to do it. Now, as you do this meditation, the first time you may not get all the way through it with all of the successful visualizations or with the communication. But if you do it a few times, repeat it a few times over a number of days, over a week or two, no more than one a day. If you do, well, it's not too true. You can do 2 a day. But if you do 2 a day, do 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, or something like that. Don't do them back to back. But if you want to do that, you can do that. But again, do at least, do 2 or 3 in 1 week, and don't be surprised if by the third time you've gotten down the visualization. The visualization is hard, and if you haven't done my candle exercise, the long candle that's tapered with the light, you remember the candle with the flame? If you haven't done that, then this exercise may challenge you a bit. However, again, you do it 2 or 3 times, and before you know it, you're visualizing as I instruct you to do during the meditation. And then ultimately, don't be surprised when you sit down and you actually see your spirit guide. Now, you don't have to know who they are. That's that's the point of this. You can know them if you want, but you don't have to. You don't have to know anybody. All you have to do is be trolling them in, and they will come in. That's the cool part. And you have many spirit guides. So the good part is, if you meet a spirit guide today, you could meet that spirit guide today and have a conversation. You could even have a meeting, an agreement to meet him again. Or you can say, okay, next time I'm going to meet another spirit guide and another spirit guide. You have many spirit guides. The spirit guides come in and out of your life on a continuous basis. They are not constant with you. The reason why is that spirit guides serve a purpose. They serve a specific purpose in your life. They are often, you get them because they bring in, you call them in essence, because you need to resolve something, or you need to fix something, or you need to work on something, and those spirit guides come in to help you do that. But once you've accomplished that, then they leave. They have their role is done, their function is done, so you won't need them to after that. Okay, so with that I'm saying, use this as many times as you need. One other good thing about this, and I do this myself now, is that once you've done exactly, Angels. She says, I hope your dog cooperates with you. She definitely isn't. She's playing harder than she was. But anyway, so again, if you hear squeaky toys, I apologize. But she is outside, but she's making the noises. Anyway, so once you do this exercise enough times, if you're like me, then what happens is I've done it enough now that I don't need the majority of the steps to get to where I need to be. I can easily bring myself into that space now without all of the preparatory stuff, and that's where you will be if you do this enough. That's where you will be. You'll get to that point where you won't need the meditation. You'll find your quiet space. You'll get to that point. You'll close your eyes, and all of a sudden you'll be where you need to be. And when you do the meditation, you'll know what I'm talking about, because you have to. It's a process to get to the space where you're going to meet your spirit guides. And I'm at a point now where I don't need that long beginning. I can quickly get to my space, and that's a good thing. So again, check it out. It's a great meditation video. It's also, if you're somebody who falls asleep doing meditations, this one might put you to sleep too. I don't know. And if it does, well, then play it every night. The one thing I would truly ask each and every one of you, and I don't know how many people are watching right now, but whoever's watching, I would ask if you could take this link, and I know it's going to sound crazy to me, but I'm telling you it's important. If you can do it, I would ask you to click it and start it playing before you go to bed. Turn your phone down so you can't, whatever. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Don't watch it if you don't want to watch it. But if you could start it playing and have it play to the end one night, that would be great. Because the reason why I do that is because it'll get more views that way, and also it'll get more people to see it, because I think people need to see it. But one of the best ways on YouTube to have people see it is more people see it. It's really crazy. It's a catch-22. It's like the chicken and the egg. It's like they want people to see it, but they don't want people to see it unless people see it. Well, that's the point. So what I'm asking, if you guys could please click the link, and then before you go to bed tonight or tomorrow night or whenever, click the video and let it play. If you're not going to use it, if you use it, that's great. But if you're not going to use it, click it and then just let it play in the background. Turn the volume down, whatever, and let it play for the full time. I would truly appreciate it. And it may again get the algorithm to pick it up, so then other people have an opportunity to see it, because YouTube does not easily give people attention on these things. It's funny how we sit and watch different things flash up, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, YouTube wants stupid and crazy stuff, and they love that. They reward that. And I'm not putting them down for it. It's their business model. But this stuff helps. When I first, and I'll tell you what, this is the exercise. I'll give you another point. I'm sorry, I'm not belaboring the point, but this is interesting. This is the meditation I used for. It took me about, it took a while, but I would say 7 or 8 times to get what I finally wanted. I could see my spirit guides every time when I would go through, I'd see spirit guides, but I kept asking for my gatekeeper. Now, your gatekeeper, to explain a gatekeeper's role, a gatekeeper is that one spirit or that one energy, that one entity, whatever you want to call it, that is with you from birth to death. They're your ride and die. They are there the entire time of your life, no matter whether you need them or not. Now, they really don't do much of anything when it comes to specific things for you. However, their biggest role for you is that they control the gate for the spirits and energies around you. And so they allow the energies of spirits to come in, to go out. They can draw on, they can tell the other spirit guides to go out and find somebody. They can direct spirits, they can do all this stuff, but they control access to you. So they are your best friend, your ride and die. They're going to be with you from beginning to end. For the ladies out there, they hold your hair when you're vomiting. That's the friend I'm talking about. That's your gatekeeper. So I knew some of my spirit guides. I was blessed to meet some more, and I have a friend who can easily look at you and say, "Oh, there's your spirit guide, and this is this and this." And some of them I knew already. I'd come back to her sometimes and say, "Oh, I met this one." They're like, "Oh yeah, that's his name," and I'm like, I forgot you knew already. And I would ask her, "Well, tell me the others," and she said, "That's not my role. That's not your place. Your path is to learn these." So it's interesting. Anyway, so I did this. I kept asking to meet my gatekeeper, and I did not get my gatekeeper. And I kept doing this, calling in the gatekeeper. And then one morning, my gatekeeper, I did this meditation in the evening, fell asleep. In the morning, had a dream, was having an amazing dream. I'm like, oh, this is such a good, I'm loving this. This is so good. Bam! I'm out of my dream and into my safe space and my place where I go to sit down to talk to my spirit guides. And I find myself there. And I'm like, wait a minute, who shook me out of my dreams? You know, how dare you, right? Because it was a good dream. And I was not a happy camper. So I get out of my dream state, and I'm now in this in-between state. And I realize where I am. Of course, I'm not awake yet, but it's like, again, it's out of the dream state into this alternate awareness. And I look over and I'm like, wow, okay. So I stand up and I walk and I'm standing up looking around and I hear a ding dong. And I'm looking around thinking, wait a minute, I'm in a little cabin, which is my safe space. And I'm thinking, there are no doorbells in a cabin. I didn't put a doorbell in this cabin. And I'm like, okay. And then I look over to look to the door. And as I do, I see there's two doors. And I'm thinking, well, that's strange too. I never put two doors in. So I knew that something had altered this for a reason. They wanted me to know that this was not my usual experience with my spirit guides. So I walked over to the new door thinking, oh, that's where it's going to be, whatever, whoever. Open it up, nobody's there. So then I walk over to the old door, the door that should always be there. I opened it up and I look and there's nobody there. I peek out and they had the spirit, my gatekeeper had altered for her purposes, my porch, because I was in a little cabin and my porch had been altered. So instead of having my steps down the front, there was a long railing, and then down the side was a step. So I look out and I peek around and I see this little church lady who looks like she had just come off the porch and down along the path, and she was coming down along the path. And I looked down and I looked at her and I said, hello. And she said, hi, I'm Emily. You've been asking for me. And I'm like, oh, okay. And that's how I met my spirit guide, my gatekeeper. The gatekeeper came to me in my safe space. I didn't have to go under, like I said, and I'd been asking for it for a while, but she was determined that I was not to know for a while. And so finally she did. Now, did it change anything? No. It's just that I can call her Emily now instead of gatekeeper, but gatekeeper works and it's not an insult. So you can call yours gatekeeper and be comfortable calling it gatekeeper, or you can learn them over time. And again, call them in via this meditation. Again, this is the meditation. And I would ask you again to copy the link, click on the link, make sure you have it saved, and use it as an opportunity. It's going to take 2 or 3 times to use it probably, unless you're really intuitive, and you may get it right off the bat. But more importantly, I would also ask tonight, if you could, or tomorrow night, when you go to bed, start it running, turn it down volume wise, and and just let it run until it exhausts itself on YouTube. I would truly appreciate it, because again, the more eyes on it, the more eyes that YouTube will then send it out for other people, and it just drives me crazy no matter what. It's like, there you go. Anyway, that's it. Now, one more thing before we get reading. I know I've talked a lot this evening, but do you have a bird? No. Julie said, "Do I have a bird?" No, Julie, that is Ghost. Ghost is has dropped her balls down the steps, and she usually doesn't come down the steps, but now she's determined she's going to come down the steps because the 3 squeaky balls have come down the steps. So now she come down the steps to get her squeaky balls, and now she's back and forth because she goes upstairs, and then somehow the ball comes back down the steps, and she comes down the steps and gets it. So she's learned to play catch with herself. And I'm like, before she would only be upstairs doing all that noise. Now she's there, and she's right outside the door right now. And that's that squeak. So no, it's not a bird. It's a squeaky dog. That is Ghost playing. As you know from class last night, she can be loud with her little squeaky toys. So anyway, yeah, the next thing I would tell you is, it's a big bird. Exactly. It would be a big one. I was going to mention is I've gotten the weekly videos up for each of your zodiac signs. So if no matter what zodiac sign you have, there is a weekly reading for this week that is up and available. And I'm going to pop up I'm trying to find, here they are. I'm going to pop up each of the codes for each of the signs. And so if you have a chance, you may want to go check out your sign for the week. Now, I did not do tarot readings this week for those. I did psychic hits. I was getting so much energy from that full moon we just had that I was like, wow, let me put this to use. And so I went ahead and benefited from that experience, that energy, and I did psychic hits, which is kind of interesting. And you know what's interesting is my big screen, my large screen helps me to see. Without glasses, I noticed that I can see. I mean, the other ones, it's like I have to squint a little bit. With this one, I don't have to squint. It's like right there, which is nice. So with that said, I'm going to pop those up. So if anybody else wants to grab this real quick, this is the meditation video on YouTube. I would appreciate it. But this is the reading for Aries. And again, this is for this week. So if you're looking for if you're in Aries and you're looking for your reading for the sign of Aries for the week, this is it. This is a psychic hit, not a tarot hit. If you are Aquarius, then this would be for yours. Again, look at the thing. There should be in the chat, you should see an HTTP link that also goes to this. But if you have your phone and you're looking at a screen, then this is the QR code. So this is for Aquarius. If you're looking for an Aquarius reading for your reading for the week for Aquarius, this is it. The next one is Cancer. If you're looking for Cancer, this one is Cancer for the week. Again, these are all YouTube videos, and so they last maybe 3 to 4 minutes. But if you're Cancer, then check out your reading. The next one is Capricorn. These are in alphabetical order, not in monthly order, not in the not in the natural order of the zodiac. I just did them by alphabet. Therefore, it's easier to understand or know who's coming. The next one is Gemini. If you are a Gemini, then this would be your reading. And again, check them out and see what is there. Again, these are psychic hits based on moon energy and not tarot hits. The next one is Leo. If you are a Leo, this will be your reading for the week. So check it out again when you have a chance. I would appreciate it. And again, all this is on YouTube. The next one is Libra. Libra was an interesting one this week. Libra was an interesting one. There are some times where when we get the information, be it through cards or through a psychic hit, that we kind of are inspired or frustrated or tired or whatever. Libra was one of those ones that gave me an uplift. If the information was clear and concise, and I would be listening when you watch the Libra reading, know that it was strong. Very strong. So I would pay attention to what the message was given. The next one is Pisces. Again, these are the psychic hits for the week. So it gave you an idea what's happening this week and into the weekend. The next one is Sagittarius. And again, this is on YouTube, but click and do it. And also hit the like buttons. Also, as you look and watch these, the next one is Scorpio. As you watch these, remember, I'm giving away a free copy of my book at the end of this month for anybody who is a subscriber on YouTube and who leaves a comment. What I'm doing is when you leave a comment in the comment sections of any of my videos, any of the long form content videos, I will put your name into a drawing at the end of the month, and whoever's name is drawn gets a free copy of my book. I'll mail it to you. You're welcome to find the book on YouTube, on Amazon.com, and it's, The Ultimate Power Within. Actually, let me put that one up too. It's in the corner. Let me find here. There we go. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. So you'll remember it. It's the Ultimate Power Within, and I'll put up a QR code for it too before the evening is over. But anyway, I'll pull the names out, and whoever's name is drawn will get a book. I'll send you a thing saying, "Hey, can you send me your address through a private message?" And then I'll send you a free copy of my book, and I'll sign it directly to you as well. So again, if you see these 12, and the next one, by the way, is Taurus. If you see these 12 and you even watch a minute of them and then put a comment in, you get 12 opportunities. You have 12 chances. You improve your chances by 12 instead of by 1 if you put 1 for each. And remember, I do four times a month because it's 4 weeks in a month. And so there are 12 videos. So if you put 1 comment in each of my videos, that's 48 entries. You increase your numbers by an exponential number. So even though we've already passed all 3 weeks prior, if you go back and start to watch each of those videos and put a comment in each of those videos, you increase your chances, because I'm going to go back at the end of this month is when I mark it, which is on Saturday, and I'm going to go back and research and find out who put in comments. So I have not yet looked in comments on the old ones. If you would like, you could easily go back right now or sometime within the next day or two, but now's the best time to do it after this. And this is Virgo, by the way. This is Virgo. And you could go back and you could put comments in each of the videos. Therefore, with each comment, with 1 comment per video, but with each comment you put in each video, your name goes in. So again, 1 comment only though. If you put 2 or 3 comments, you only get 1 no matter what for that video. So again, only 1 comment needed. So hey, get a free book. Raise your opportunities, increase your chances just by doing that. Okay, now we've done the house claiming thing, keeping thing. I put the videos out. I've given you all those links, which are wonderful. Great energy in those videos. I've also then, as we talked about, I've given you the meditation video, and I'm going to put the link for the book up now, so you can also check out the book if you have not checked it out. And let me get to it. Here we go. You can check it out on Amazon. Okay. And this is the Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. As you guys know, I've talked about affirmations over and over again. They work. They work. And this book tells you how they work. It tells you my experience with them. It tells you the science behind them. And then it tells you how to put them to use in your life and to do it in a way to ensure that they work for you. And I have tons of people who have sent me, who've read the book, who've heard me talk about affirmations, and have sent me confirmations of how they work for them. And that's exciting, because I'm loving the fact that people are saying, "Hey, Don, it worked. Hey, Don, it worked." And they're like, "Are you surprised?" I'm like, "Hell no, I'm not surprised." Hell no, I'm not surprised. I'm the one that wrote the book on it. I know how they work. Next is this, and that is the QR code for YouTube. If you have not subscribed on YouTube, this will be a good time to do it, since you're doing a lot of those YouTube videos that I talked about. This will be the great opportunity to do that. While you're at it, don't forget to hook up Miss Angie, since even though she's not here, check her out and click on her page and subscribe. Anytime you subscribe on YouTube, the best part is that YouTube will, in return, send you a little notice on your phone letting you know when I go live or when I post something. So you're always kept in the loop, which is nice. And then tomorrow morning I'm with Miss Shauna. So this is Miss Shauna's YouTube channel. So show her the love as well. And then if you talk about love, then you talk about the love goddess. This is Miss Bonnie. And Miss Bonnie is the love goddess. You want a love reading? Go to her. Go to her. I'm not the love guy. Okay. If love happens to be part of what the message you need to have is, I'll give it to you, but Miss Bonnie will tell you love even when you're not looking for or needing it. And then there is Miss Susan, and Miss Susan is on Saturday, and Miss Susan is also a medium, so you can maybe even get a medium hit with her. I do not know. That's always a possibility. And then there's Julie. Julie's on 3 days a week, once with Miss Bonnie, once with Scott, and once with Claudine, which is naturopath, I think is what they call it. Anyway, good stuff. So there you go. We've done the housekeeping stuff. So let's get to it. Let's get to some readings. I know you're all like, well, damn, it's about time. Okay, with that said, let me get back to the list because I have been remiss, to say the least. What do we have here? Again, folks, in your chat, in the chats of this thing, you will find all the links for those weekly readings and so forth. Okay. Charlene B. Charlene B. My dear, you are first up. Can you tell me? Give me an idea of. Do you have a specific question, a general question? If it's a specific question, don't say specific. Give me the question, okay? After that, let me find one more to get in the queue, shall we say? So they are up and ready. Let me see who is next here. Cheeky, are you still here? Cheeky, are you still here? If you are, Cheeky, you will be after Charlene. Was it Charlene? Is that the name? And again, folks, if you could do me a favor on that meditation video, and I'll put the link back up. If you could do me a favor, please watch it and use it. And then more importantly, if you could start it running while you were sleeping and just let it run for the sleep during the evening of sleep. You can turn it down so you don't hear it if you don't have to or whatever. But it could help you sleep, by the way. Anyway, if you could do that, I would truly appreciate it, because again, the way that YouTube works is you got to have people watching it to have people watching it for it to spread. And so they don't really work hard to send it out unless you do whatever it takes to get it out there. And since this is a long video, it takes a lot more energy for YouTube, because YouTube, for whatever reason. Okay. So I would appreciate it. So yeah, please check that one out. And again, this is the video. This is the guided meditation I prepared that I've used numerous times in my classes and so forth to help people meet their spirit guides. And so this is free. This is free. It doesn't cost you anything, but it will help you. I will do the meditation tonight. Thank you, Cheeky. I appreciate that. Charlene, my dad died 15 years ago. Okay. But is that your question, Charlene? Charlene? Let me get a swig of water here. How about hydration? Again, Charlene, question, and Cheeky, you are next. So if you have a question, give me a let me know what the question might be, if it's specific or general. If it's specific, don't say specific, just give me the question. And same thing, Charlene, what's the question? I'd love to know if he's with me yet. If he's with me yet. Okay. Let me see if I can connect. Usually, if they're going to be here, usually they are already here, and they're kind of draw you in. I actually, it's interesting, Charlene. As soon as you asked that question, I got very cold, and so when it is a male energy, generally speaking, it's a warm energy. Who I'm picking up is a cold energy. A cold energy tells me it's a female, an older female. So the energy that's around you right now, that's coming through to me, is an older female energy. She's a shorter woman. She has, it's interesting. She has this like a thin, kind of a thin build. She wasn't buxom. So again, she wasn't like, she's a thinner build, but she had like a little pot belly when she passed. She's showing me in her older age. So she must have lived a happy life. And even in the end, she was happy to be an older woman, a grandmother figure, that kind of thing. She was definitely a mother and a grandmother. I'm not sure she was your grandmother, but it seems like kind of energy. And again, this is an older woman, short, thinner, pot belly. It's interesting because when she chuckled, I can see the belly move, because she had a nice little chuckle about her. Does this woman resonate with you, Charlene? This woman had gray hair, but she had some like dark streaks in it. So she wasn't like, she had like salt and pepper, but mostly salt, but there was some pepper in there. This was her hair color. It's interesting. Her face is kind of angular. She wasn't roundish. She was more angular with her face. She was soft-spoken, very soft-spoken. And again, this seems like a grandmotherly energy. Is it your grandmother? Is it your like an aunt? Is it a great grandmother? Does this does this person resonate with you? Because that's the energy I'm picking up. This is not your father. This is definitely not your father's energy. This is the female energy. And again, it's a very grandmotherly energy, not even motherly, grandmotherly. Again, Charlene, does this ring a bell to you? Does this resonate with you? And she's showing me like an apron. She had like an apron around her waist. So did she like to cook? Again, Charlene, you're giving me no help here. Did we lose you? Because I'm seeing this apron around her waist. So usually when they show me an apron, that means they like to cook. They were proud of their cooking, and people around them liked they're eating their food. I have been in a holding pattern and waiting to know how I can get my life in for thinking my dad's mom. Okay, that may be your dad. Okay, because it's a grandmother. It seems like your grandmother energy. So yeah. Anyway, she's coming in. She's around you. She spends a lot of time around you. I don't get the sense that you were really close, though. I don't really get the sense that you guys were close in this life, which is not unusual. There are times where you may not be close to a spirit in this life, but yet in the other side, they watch over you. And I'm getting the energy here. I don't think you guys spent a lot of time together. I get the energy that, again, you weren't with her often and those kind of things or something. I don't know. I just don't feel like there was a close bond while you were alive. However, she does watch over you. She did love you. It's just that she has a different way. She definitely had a different way of showing that and of being that person. But she wanted me to. It's interesting because she's trying to explain to me, and if I'm getting this right, about 6 months ago, Charlene, what happened in your life? Because it's like something changed, some upheaval. Did you go through a transition? Did you go through a family crisis? And this isn't the father who's a year and a half ago. This is about 6 months ago. And again, it's like a family crisis. It's not just you alone having an issue. Did you have a family crisis? Again, did you have a situation where if you were in a relationship, that relationship dissolved? Yeah, she lived across the country. Yeah, I see that. Because again, I know you guys didn't spend a lot of time. That doesn't mean that she didn't love you. But the point is, Charlene, did you have a relationship crisis about 6 months ago? Did you have a family crisis 6 months ago? Again, an emotional crisis. This is not like this is not financial. This is not this is not a career change. This is not job loss. No, this is an emotional situation. So it's about are you married and were you in a relationship conflict at that time? And because I'm getting the feeling like it took a lot out of you, and that's the point. She's saying about 6 months ago, this situation happened that drew a lot of energy from you, and it zapped you, and it took away the spirit of I can do. The can-do attitude, the feeling like you can accomplish things, you can do things. You kind of took some of that from you, and you're kind of leery now. You're less comfortable than you have been in a long time about being able to take things on and being able to accomplish things. And she's like, be that same spirit, and be that same wonderful person who knew she could do anything. Because again, it's interesting. She's showing me this strong, independent woman. And I'm getting the feeling like whatever it was over the last, she's giving me about 6 months, so it could be a little longer. I don't have much contact with the rest. This isn't about your family, my dear. Charlene, listen to what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is that there was an emotional situation. Are you in a relationship, or did you have a relationship about 6 months ago? And was that a conflict or a challenging situation with my other parent? Okay, maybe that was it. I don't know. All I'm saying is about 6 months ago, there was a problem, and it shook you a little bit. And again, I'm feeling she's telling me, from what she's telling me and what she's sending me, is this feeling super. I'm not talking. Okay, I'm not talking now. I'm talking. That's okay. That's okay. I think that we're kind of, maybe the delay is not helping us. Because sometimes the delay in communication can mess things up. The point is that Charlene, I get the feeling like something happened about 6 months ago. She's showing me this these symbols, the symbology that's helping you to understand that about 6 months ago something happened that changed you and you lost some confidence and you're not that same confident woman, and she's asking me to remind you to get back there because you are that same person, and nothing in this life can change you unless you allow it to change you. So she's asking me to remind you to put your big girl pants on, put on your rain boots if you have to, and wade through the water if you have to, wade through the water, but more importantly, push through, because you're strong and you're resilient. Okay. And so get back to that person that you were about a year and a half, 2 years ago, when you were light and lively and happy and didn't let the world bother you. Okay. Get back to that. That's what she's trying to tell me. Cheeky, you are next. I'm sorry I can't give you much more, Charlene. Apparently, again, that communication is a problem when it comes to the lag time with these responses, and that's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately, because of the technology. I would like to be able to sometime put out a phone number and then people can call in. We've tried that before and it didn't work so well, but I may try it again down the road because I think that it'd be wonderful. I'd love to be able to talk to people and walk through this with them. It's a lot more engaging, in my opinion. The next one is, again, Cheeky. I have been in a holding pattern and wanting to know when, how I can get my life to move forward in all areas. All right, Cheeky, let's go through that. Cheeky, you are still here, correct? And again, thank you, Charlene, for popping in. I truly appreciate it. Dimitri, I am doing well. Thank you so much. And yes, Dimitri, I'll keep you in mind for our reading. Okay, I can't guarantee, but I will definitely keep you in mind. Cheeky, are you still here? Let's see what the cards tell you, Cheeky. Let's see what the cards are telling me. Okay, Cheeky, here we go. It's interesting, Cheeky. Keep planting the seeds. Keep planting the seeds. Keep doing the work to make sure that you're in line to get the change that you're looking for, the change that you seek. Okay, so keep doing it. Unfortunately, the change isn't upon you yet, and it's interesting because this is a Tower card. So the change that you seek from an outside source, from something beyond yourself, it's not coming. So what that tells me, Cheeky, is one of two things, because the next thing is the Fool card upside down, which tells me no new start yet. So these are telling me that these things have not yet happened and are not soon to happen. And it's interesting because you're even on hold with your finances. So I see the finances are on hold. Starting a new again, it's that new energy, that renewed energy. It's not happening yet. And my big question to you, Cheeky, is this one. This one right here worries me most. This is the Tower card. The Tower card in this direction says the change is coming, and it's change you don't have to initiate, but it's going to come and you need to jump on it. Now, this is telling me change is not coming. So again, the universe is not coming to help you with this. They're not going to step in and try to save you. They're not trying to let me put you here and get rid of the other name. Anyway, this is a notice to you. As I read it now, it's more of a notice saying it's on you. It is on you to be the master manifester. It is on you to step up and do the work necessary. So continue to do the work. It says you're already doing it. Continue to put the work in, but you've got to make the change. To be the change agent, you've got to start it. You got to create it. And it's one of those things, again, if you want change, if you want change, then be the change. Be the change agent. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So I need you, Cheeky, to step up and figure out, how do I navigate through this? How do I step forward? How do I step out of the dilemma I'm in, or the mud, or whatever I'm stuck in? Okay, what I would suggest to you, Cheeky, is and this is not psychic now at this point, this is me, because I'm just trying to help you get unstuck. What I would suggest is that you sit down and you make a list. What I want you to do for the first 2 minutes is I want you to close your eyes and sit down and just close your eyes and let your mind wander into whatever. And then when you wake up, when you come out of that after 2 minutes, I want you to just write down any words that come to your head for 2 more minutes, any words that come to your head, okay? And then once you have 2 minutes of just writing whatever words come to your head, and don't even try to, don't analyze it. Don't sit and say why or how or when. No, what I want you to do is just write down whatever words come in your head for 2 minutes after you've rested for 2 minutes. Then once you're done that, I want you to review those letters, those words, whatever is on that paper, and then I want you to like scan over them, okay? I want you to read the words over and over again in your mind, and as you read them, say them out loud eventually, and then feel which ones have something about them, which ones have energy is what I call it, okay? Once you feel the ones that have energy, then that kind of gives you an idea of the direction maybe you have to move in. And it'll give you, it's like the preview. It gives you an idea of, okay, this is a secret. This is what's going to help you to propel, okay? So that's what I would suggest for you to help get you started, is to find out what is in your best interest, and your energies and your spirits around you will help you make that decision if you do an exercise like that. But again, you've got to make it happen. You can't wait for something to happen. You can't wait for someone to happen. If you're looking for a job, get out there and look in a different way. If you're looking to change jobs, start working to get applications out there, to get contracts out there. You know, if you're looking for a career change, be looking for education. Find out where you can get education, or find a job that is a different career and set out and make it happen. You know, these things don't happen on their own, not right now for you, because again, that Tower card is not right side up, which tells me the universe is not going to help you make this change. It's on you. So if you want to make the change, take the steps to start the ball rolling, and you may, and usually when you do that, the universe will jump on board and help you. Okay, that's what I'm getting. That's what I have for you, Chicky. Thank you for coming in. I truly, truly appreciate it. Let me pop back up here because again, Charlene was responding again. The delay, sorry, Charlene, the delay is so bad. It really messed us up, and I apologize for that. It's nice to think, Charlene says, it's nice to think I could be paternal grandmother, because the other parent I never got much of a relationship with, this side of the family. Yeah, and again, the wonderful thing, Charlene, about it is you don't need to ever, that's the cool part about it. We don't have to have an amazing relationship with the person who is our spirit guides, and she is one of your spirit guides, by the way. We don't have to necessarily know them well. That doesn't mean that they aren't there. It just means that they are, you know, it just means that we didn't in this lifetime, because remember, there's something beyond this. And so if you know that's the case, then this isn't the only time you're going to meet them. All right. Let's see. Who is next? Who is next? Who is here, I guess, is a better way to put it, because again, it's been a while since I've been chatting and boring people to death. So I don't know who's here. Unbalanced Libra, are you still here? Are you still here, my dear? Unbalanced Libra. And Lori. Unbalanced Libra and Lori, are you both here? Hey, Afia, that's right. I forgot you were here. Afia, I owe you a reading as well. Make sure you remind me, okay? Because if I forget, Unbalanced, you are next if you'd like a reading. And if so, is it going to be general or specific? And then Lori, you'll be next after Unbalanced. And again, Lori, please let me know if it's going to be general or specific. And please don't say specific, folks. Give me the reading. Give me the question. You don't have to tell me specific, okay? Because by giving the question, it's implied. I appreciate that. I'm going to change up. I love the meditation video, as you guys know. I created that one. If you guys just popped in again, this is the meditation video. This is a guided meditation video on YouTube. It is free. It is a half-hour video. It is a guided meditation that takes you down into a relaxed state and helps you to eventually relax enough so where you can, and sets the stage for you to meet your spirit guides. If you've ever wanted to meet your spirit guides, this is the meditation video to do it. Even if you don't want to meet your spirit guides, I would ask you to click on it and play it, and let it play for at least a minute. And if you could let it play all, for the 30 minutes while you're asleep, just start it and then turn the phone down or whatever and let it play. That'd be great. I would truly appreciate it. But again, more importantly, if you're looking to connect with your spirit guides, perfect opportunity, and it doesn't cost you anything. You're not going to pay for this. Some people charge all kinds of money for this. I don't. This is something you need to have, because I think everybody should meet their spirit guides. It's an amazing thing to do it. It's crazy. And they know you better than you know yourself. So one thing, when you talk to your spirit guides, folks, don't lie to them, because it doesn't help. They know you. They know you, and they're like, yeah, right, whatever. Tell somebody else. I don't believe that one. Also, before I do the next reading, I want to remind everybody, I'm going to, if you're in the Phoenix area, I'm going to be at the Phoenix Rising Spiritualist Church on Sunday, September 8th, talking about my life experiences and my book. They've invited me to come in and give, it's like a motivational talk about what I've gone through in my life and how my life got me to where I am. So if you're in the Phoenix area, I invite you to come there. I also invite you to come to our, and I don't think I have it. And I'm like, what the heck? I am slipping. I don't have it here as a QR code, but I will get one for it. But the next thing is I was going to mention is that the psychic fair. We're having the Sonoran Spiritual and Wellness Market at the Biltmore, Embassy Suites Biltmore. Let me see. They both say 9:30. It's actually 9 o'clock. Anyway, and it's going to be September 15th. So if you're in the Phoenix area and you are, you should come on over to the Spiritual Wellness Market. This is on Camelback Road, and it's Embassy Suites Biltmore, and it is free with advance tickets. So you can get your advance tickets now, and it won't cost you anything. If you come to the door, it'll be $7. And we just sold out of our first round of tickets in 4 days. And so we released the second batch of tickets, and we don't know how long it'll take for us to sell those out. So I suggest getting those tickets quickly before they are sold out as well. With that said, I'm going to get that off of there. And those are those things that I forgot announcement-wise. Let's see. And then one other thing before I move on, and that is if you're driving on a long trip this weekend and you haven't got my ebook yet, because again, my book comes in an ebook, an audio book, and so the audio book is perfect for driving, by the way, too. You can play it while you're driving and just listen to the book on affirmations. But anyway, with those, and then hardback and softback, but you can also tap this link. And this link is my it is a podcast. It's an audio podcast interview with me talking about my book, and it gets into the metaphysical. And it's actually, I've done 3 or 4 podcasts, and it's probably one of my favorite podcasts, because this one, the interviewer gave me a little bit of latitude and let me go, because we had this called Seeker and Skeptic, and the skeptic was very interested in what I was saying, because again, he's skeptical, and the seeker was wonderful. The skeptic was wonderful too, because the skeptic questioned me in a way that I should be questioned, or any person with metaphysical experience and people who support metaphysical should be questioned. And I think he was quite surprised that I was comfortable with his questions, because I was comfortable with the topic and I know it very well. So we had a wonderful conversation that took us far beyond just the book and into the metaphysical and into all other aspects. And so when I left there, I felt like I had really accomplished something, because I think that he'd come closer to maybe not being such a skeptic anymore. I don't know. And then this is audio and video. This one is another podcast interview that I gave. This was another person who wanted me to talk about the book. It was good, but again, and it was actually not just good. I can't say that. It was very good. It's just that it's audio and video, where this one is solely audio. So if you're driving, this one you can listen to. And if you're driving and you're on the passenger side, you can listen and watch this one, or you can just listen to it as you're driving and pretend you don't see the phone, whatever it is. And then this was the very first podcast I did. And this was a good one. This guy is amazing. Go check out his Mind Fit Method. You should check his podcasts out, because he has interviewed some of the most amazing people. I was so blessed that he would allow me to be one of those folks. But when I talked to him and he met me, he really enjoyed our conversation. He's like, I've got to have you as one of my interviews. I'm like, wow. He has a guy who he sold over 500 million books or something, or some big number. And yet he wanted this little independent author as well. And it's crazy. So really good experience there. Now let's get back to you guys and what we're here for, now that I've kind of said all this other stuff. Let me see, make sure I didn't miss anything. And I haven't missed anything. Okay, good. Let's get back to the chats. Okay. So I was going to read for unbalanced. And unbalanced, what does the next 3 months look like for me? Absolutely unbalanced, of course. Hey, Allison, how are you? Good to see you in. I have a new setup here. I was telling some friends earlier, I changed things up, because what happens is when I'm talking to you in the camera, most of the time previously, the camera was at a lower angle and just above the screen. So I had to look at the camera and ignore the screen, and then I couldn't see the things and so forth. So I was at the I told myself I got to figure out a better way to do it that's better, that has me actually look in the camera more, and yet still being able to see things. And I was at the discount, the thrift store. And it's called the White Dove. It's a great little store here, and there's a few of them, and there's three or four of them, and all the proceeds go to help the what do you call it? Hospice of the Valley. So it's going to a great cause. But they had this flat screen TV, 32-inch flat screen TV, that is newer technology, which HDMI cables and so forth. And in so doing, I was able to bring it to buy it, and I got it for $7.50, and it works wonderfully, sitting right in front of me now. And I was able to buy it, use it, and it is now my screen, my large screen. I have the computer here because I need it still because of the keyboard and the mouse, but that's going to change too because I'm going to get an external keyboard to be able to hook up to it. But the cool part is that I have it set here, and so right here where I'm looking is not only my screen back there, but I am able to look here with my screen right behind it. And then I have to look off to the right a little bit to see the writing, see the chats. So I actually have more time to spend looking at you guys when I'm actually watching you and reading your information. And so it's exciting. This is my first night with that. And I've been looking forward to this for a while. So now back to Pam and the next 3 months. This is Unbalanced Libra. Let's see. Spirit in the universe, please tell me what is in Unbalanced Libra's best and highest good. What does she need to know? What she needs to know is I need to change the deck. Spirit's like, yeah, change the deck, change the deck. Okay. Oh, much better, much better. I'm liking this deck. Wow. Okay. Yes. All right. What does Spirit have? Oh, Pam. Oh, wow. This is good. This is good. Pam, you've been through the ringer again. You paid the fiddler, and again the Justice card coming out. So Justice cards like this is a transition. This is like again this is a transitional moment, a pivotal moment. This is a time where again it's time for seeing that whole energy, that whole it's like a wave of things that were happening that's coming to an end. Okay, you're in a pivotal point where okay, the universe is like, okay, it's enough already. You've seen it, you've done it, you had this, you had that, whatever. So know that you're transitioning now beyond that pivotal moment, and it's time to celebrate. It's time for you to be ready to celebrate and to be excited about what's coming in front of you, because it's a time to be celebrated. So again, times are changing. You're coming into a better, more positive experience, more positive energy, and it's interesting because I like this card, and I'm getting this crazy kind of energy. Okay, and Pam again, economics. They're bringing economics to the forefront as well. It's like I don't know if it's a celebration of positive economics. So I don't know if this is like a promotion or a bonus of some kind, or again, maybe it's the economics of not having all the medical costs that come along with the issues you were having or whatever. But again, those are all behind you. So you're going to see your budget. The budget is short term is going to take a little bit of a hit for little expenses that have been incurred, but you're going to see that change too. So know that the budgetary things are going to line up for you again. And then it's interesting here because I'm getting this young energy, and so I don't know if your son's expecting another baby or something, but I would not be surprised if another one is soon on the way. Yeah, it's interesting. This may be relatively new. There's a new child in your surrounding you somewhere, a new child energy, and we're looking at 7 months. So this is a new, again, this is new news. But don't be surprised if in the next month or so you hear about a child coming, and it could be again from your son, maybe his girlfriend, his wife, whatever. or whoever, or somebody very close to you. There's a child coming, and again, you're looking at 7 to 8 months before that child comes to fruition. Um, and it's interesting. Look there again, 2 months. That's when you're going to probably find out. So another month or two probably before you know. All right, which is not a surprise. But again, the best part is you've overcome. This is the victory card. You've overcome all the frustrations and the things that have been driving you crazy. The things that have been holding you back. The things that have been dealing blows to you over and over again. That's beyond you now. And so now you just need to move forward. And this is the hard charging move. So if I were you, I would buckle up. I would start setting my goals hard, and putting big goals out there. I mean, be big, be bold, and then start moving toward them. Okay. And yeah, and see, this is the perseverance card. You have really put through it. So know that again, the boat is coming in finally to the dock, and that this transitional period is changing, and you're getting beyond it. So I see great things. I see wonderful changes coming your way. More importantly, it's just getting beyond where we are now, and that's good. You feel good energy. I'm glad you do, because again, I feel good, all good stuff from this. Nothing negative. Who was, I can't remember who was next. Hey, Afia. Yes, Afia, you will have a reading after the other person. There was one other person right before you. Hey, Creating Balance, nice to see you in. Good to see you. Hey, Kelly Dix, I did not see you in as well. Nice to see you. Hey, hello, Harley. Hello, Allison. Nadine, nice to see you in. Who was it? Hey, Misty Davis, nice to see you in as well. Misty, sorry to hear about the family member and the loss. I read about that. So sorry to hear about that. It's never easy to take that to happen. So I hope things are going well over there in reference to that. I know it's never gets easier losing people, that's for sure. As you know, we've done our share recently. Lori, that's right. It was Lori Cheyenne. Lori, was your question general or specific? Can I get a reading on? There he goes. I see it, Lori. I see it. Sorry. It says, can I get a reading on how things will go with the guy I've been out with a few times, or how he feels? Lori. I thought you knew me well enough. I hate love readings. I will do this one because I'm just that nice. I'm just a wonderful guy. But Lori, who I would suggest you to reach out to is this woman here. This is Bonnie. This is Miss Bonnie. We call her Love Goddess. Miss Bonnie loves love. She eats it up like it's breakfast. So make sure that you scan this in. Make sure you go to YouTube and you subscribe, because when you want love readings, this woman goes in depth, and she does them online for free as well as private readings. But check her out. She is on Wednesday mornings, and then she is also on now starting Sundays. You'll see her starting Sundays either this Sunday or next. And I don't think I've given away confidence, because I think she's told enough people already. But yeah, so subscribe to her and click the notification bells to make sure you get noticed, because this is the woman. But I will read you what I can. But again, it's not my thing. So don't be surprised if I don't get in depth, because it's just a different kind of energy. And let's see, can I get a reading? And look at that. Okay, I'm ready then. You guys still need to get to know each other. You guys still work on getting to know each other. Is he a Scorpion? Because I'm definitely getting the Scorpion energy here with him. And if he's not a Scorpion, then this is somebody who, when he gets pissed, he gets pissed. He has a bit of a temper. I don't know. It's interesting too. Yeah. Is he Scorpion? Let me look. Let me see if he responded. Is he Scorpion? Oh, it's okay, Lori. I was just messing with you. I mean, it's not my favorite thing, but it's okay. I don't mind reading them. It happens. It happens. I'm just messing with you. Please don't take it too personally. Well, it's interesting here because the new guy is Leo. Okay. Yes, a bad temper. Yeah, no, I saw that. Your ex is Scorpion. Oh, so he's the one that brings bad energy because he's got some. That one's got some bad energy around him. And you definitely need to have a break from him because this is like he needs to rest. He needs to chill out. The new guy actually is lined with your path pretty well. You guys tend to get along very well. You tend to see things well together. It's interesting here because the Justice card's here, and the Justice card's with the Celebration. And no, if I was a betting guy, this worries me in a good way, okay? Because it seems like he's on your path. I think you guys get along super well. And it's interesting because this guy here, Mr. Scorpion, which is again this guy here, who has a problem of his own with attitude, he kind of doesn't like the situation, or I don't know, he just, it's like, I don't know, there's an energy there. But this guy does have some things to offer you. You and he are aligned with a number of things, okay? You're going to have a conversation with him and figure out how you can deal with the fact that some of his issues are angers. Some of his anger issues have to be resolved and whatever. But I'm telling you, when I see the Justice card in Celebration, that often indicates a little bit marriage. See it? Marriage. I wouldn't be surprised because, again, when you have it, if it's a path situation and you feel like you're in a life path, this could line up. So these three cards in this order indicate very clearly that this could be serious. This could be a serious one. And so, yeah, this could be a serious relationship for you, and it could lead you down that path. I don't know if you're looking to get married anytime soon, but if I were you, I understand that this may be a possibility. And then you have to, once you know that, remember everything that you have free will. So no matter what you hear from me or any other psychic or whatever else, know that you because we say it does not mean it's so. Okay. First and foremost, we often tend to warn folks that when you hear from us and what we say, don't alter your life, because if you alter your life, then you're altering your reading. If you start altering your life to make the reading come through, what you do is you alter what it was that was already set before you. And when you alter what was set before you, then you could wind up eviscerating what was intended for you, and it doesn't go the way you want. And then you come back and say, that didn't happen. Well, usually people, that's not a problem. God, that sounds terrible. I was going to say, that's not a problem I have often. But it isn't the problem I have often. Most of the time I get from people that, hey, you'll be surprised. Guess what happened? I'm like, I'm not surprised. I'm never surprised because it's what I saw. So when you hear any psychic or any spiritualist or any medium or any tarot reader or anything that is telling you what they see, the most important thing to take away from it is don't alter your life. Keep doing what it is you're doing. And if anything, focus on that, move in that direction if it's like a career thing or whatever. But if you do extraordinary steps to alter things, you could alter yourself out of what it was that was coming to you. So again, you have free will, you make a choice, and you can change everything. But again, when you change everything, you alter the path. And when you alter your path, then things can happen. Okay. Again, I'm just putting a copy of my book up. If you guys want to check it out, I would appreciate it whenever you have a chance. And it's for sale on Amazon, as y'all know. It's called The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. I wanted to change. And as you can guys see, that's the Impact Award. I won the 2024 Impact Award for 2 different categories for this book. I'm very happy. Very, very happy. So that's what I got for you. Okay. Let's see who was next. There was Afi, right? Afi, are you still here? Allison, I will definitely give you a read before we leave tonight. Remind me, okay? Afi, do you have a specific question? You're welcome, Lori. And again, I don't take seriously my fussing about the love stuff. I fuss about it, but I do it. It's all good. Hey Harley, good to see you. And oh, thank you, Harley, for that kind words. Those kind words too. And Harley, yes, you're on the list too, as you know. We talked about that. I think I mentioned that already. But yeah, Afi, you are next. And Allison, Allison, and then Harley. Please, guys, help me remember the order, okay? So Afi, is it a general? Okay, good. Afi, are you? Oh, geez, whiz! I can't believe that I just had a conversation. But Afi, are you in a relationship right now, or are you looking to get into a relationship? Because I'm picking up some serious energy about a relationship and a relationship that's taking the next step. Okay, so it's not just a relationship, but it's a relationship that is. Is it time? Is it time for the relationship? And this is a good time, by the way. This is a good relationship. Afia, are you? If you're not in a relationship, Afia, don't be surprised if a relationship is coming your way. Yeah, I'm getting this like, oh man, my head is tingling, which is wonderful because it's like, what do you call it? The veil. Yes, Afia, you are single. Afia, you're not going to be single for a whole lot longer. There is someone coming your way 4 to 5 months from now. And this person it's going to be instantaneous. You're going to know this person is who they need to be. Again, I'm feeling the veil on my head. So you guys are going to hit it off. It's going to be wonderful. The conversation is going to be great. The warmth, the energy, the sex, all that stuff is going to, this person's going to rock your world. Okay. And it's going to make you very happy. Okay. And they're happy as well, by the way. And don't be surprised again, that if it leads you to a proposition. So I would not be surprised by mid next year, you're married. I don't know if you've been looking for it or caring about it or whatever else, but again, another marriage situation here, but this is them asking you. And again, this will take place somewhere in early of next year. But yeah, this is a very strong situation. That person came out of a really bad situation themselves. Their last relationship was not good. They had a relationship where the person was a very passive aggressive, that had a whole lot of attitude, and the person had a very dark side to them, and it left them hurt. Okay, and so you have to work with them. You have to work with the person and let that person remind them, I'm not that person. I wasn't in that relationship with you, and that's not who I am. So this person, again, because of some of the frustration that came in from the other relationship, that's what's going to take a while for them to really connect with you. I mean, you guys are going to connect immediately, but you're going to have the little hurdles and bumps, and some of those hurdles and bumps are created because of this rough relationship they had, and it left a mark. Okay. So again, there's going to be a lot of questions, a lot of understanding, and you have to really be patient and find a way to communicate that I'm not that person, not by saying it, by showing it. It's like, that's not who I am. You can trust me. Okay. There's an internal battle that your significant other is going to have, that you need to work through it. And there's going to be some times where they are depressed and they're frustrated and they're angry because of what happened. And again, it's you can't take it personally. It's not about you. Okay. But again, you'll work through that with them and you'll move on, which is wonderful. And again, then eventually the question pops and boom, you're married. So I would say by the first 3 months of next year, don't be surprised within the first 3 months of next year that the relationship that starts closer to the end of this year falls into place. And by the first 3 months of next year, the question comes. It's going to be a quick thing. You're going to just meet them, boom, bam, 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 and then work over the rough spots. It's like 6 weeks are going to be great, and then you're going to have the rough spots, and then once you're beyond the rough spots, you're going to be good. Okay. So what is it? You're right, Bonnie. What have you done to me? I'm getting love readings, and this wasn't even an ask one. This was one that just came to me. So Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. And this is for Afia. There you go, Afia. So you've been manifesting. Absolutely, Mafia. Absolutely, Afia. Keep manifesting, okay? And keep drawing in what it is you're looking for, all right? So, and then you are so welcome, Mafia. You are so welcome. Next is, hey, Divinely Guided. Nice to see you in as well. Everybody popping in today. It's nice to see everybody popping in. finally. Who did I say was next? It was Afia, then it was Harley. Was it Harley or was it somebody else and then Harley? Can you guys remind me? Allison. It was Allison and then Harley, right? I think it was. So Allison, you are next. Allison, do you have a specific question or a general question? What you got for me? What you got? What you got? What you got? And Harley, same thing. Let me know what your question is. Is it specific or general? And again, if it's specific, give me the question. Don't say specific. All right. Yes, sir. Okay, Allison, general or specific, my dear? I'm hoping you're doing well, Allison. It's been a while since I've seen you. Love it, Harley. Love it. I'm going to post that if you don't mind, Harley. That is wonderful. It should be up there. Why isn't it up there? There we go. General. Okay. General career. Hey, Summer Dawson. Nice to see you in as well. Always like that name. Always like Summer. It's like, I mean, think about it. If you want to name your child something and you want to always hope that it's going to be a positive life and a positive energy to bring into the world and then move forward in the world, what better positive energy than a summer energy, right? And so to name a child Summer is such a blessing, I would think, because as a child, it's like some people give their children these names and I'm like, that's a heavy name. That's an old name. So now you gave your child a name that is old and they're going through life old, but Summer is such a bright and energetic and fun and lively energy name. And so it's like, I look at that and I'm thinking, what a wonderful name to call a child, It's like calling a child, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Just think of a name that would be so dark or whatever, I don't know. It just would be terrible. Charlene B says, I was thinking, Allison, before we get to you, I'm going to read real quick about Charlene. Charlene said, I was thinking, so I have questions. Back to my guide, if possible. When you spoke about an issue 6 months ago, could it be possible it was 6 years ago? Because that would definitely line up. It could be a month versus a year kind of situation. So it could have been 6 years. That is true. And again, the symbology and the communication in which sometimes different spirits communicate can be confusing. So if it is 6, it could be a 6 year instead of a 6 month. And if that's the case, again, it was quite a traumatic situation. Again, it took wind out of your sails, but the point is, she was saying that you haven't gotten completely back from taking the wind out of your sails. So that was I think the key to that, Charlene. And again, for the folks who wonder what I'm talking about, Charlene was in earlier. I gave a reading for her. As I was starting to read for her, she was asking about her father, and her grandmother came in, and the spirit was here, and the spirit was talking about it. And the spirit showed me themselves. They told me clearly what they looked like. They gave me the idea of it. And then I was explaining what was happening. That didn't resonate with her at the moment. The person did eventually, but the timeline is what we're talking about now. But she then went back and she was thinking, I said 6 months because I was picking up, 6, and then for some reason it wasn't weeks. I knew it wasn't weeks, so I was thinking months or years, and it was years. So that's what we're talking about. Again, this is not it's not perfect science, because the signs that we learn change depending on our times or our situations, or sometimes the spirits themselves don't know the signs, and so that's kind of nice. I really appreciate this. I hope it is not draining to bounce. No, absolutely not, Charlie. No. And again, I was just responding to what you were saying. So we're good. And again, back to Allison now. Allison. And this is career. Allison, what's the plan? Because this is the plan card. Are you planning? Have you put a plan in place? Have you sat down and drafted a plan? And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about when they say this card specifically, it's not just, okay, I'm thinking about this, or I want that, or whatever. This card's telling me that you need to sit down and draft an aggressive plan to a job seeking plan and a job prep plan. And so what you would do is you would come up with on a piece of paper. First and foremost, you're going to say, okay, what is a job I'm looking for? And then underneath it, you're going to put the requirements. What is it required? What do I have? What do I don't have? What's missing? What isn't missing? Then you're going to say, okay, where are these jobs? Who are the potential employers? How do I reach those potential employers? And how does my resume have to be tweaked to make sure that I am ready for this as well? Because the resume is your first way of getting in the door. Okay. So Allison, plan. I am supposed to be doing that within the new position, doing that within my new position. Okay, sounds good. Super. Well, that's the most important thing. Do Friday. Okay. Well, that's the most important thing is putting the plan down, putting it in paper so you understand and can follow it, because that is the key to your growth and moving forward. Don't do this rashly. This is a warning. Do not do this rashly. Again, make sure that you take the time and put it down. Just going off the cuff, doing it in a half-assed manner will not work for you again. So we're not doing this rashly and without reason or whatever. We're going to do this as a plan, a drafted, well-oriented plan. And look at this. This is the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles has said that this is going to work out for you. As long as you do it this way and you put the work in, you are going to get it back to you. Okay. So that is a very positive thing. And so, yeah, Allison, get down, put it in paper and get it to work. Hey, Don, I heard there's a psychic fair that sold out of tickets in 4 days. Can I still get a ticket? Absolutely, Bonnie. We talked about it earlier, and yes, thank you for reminding me again, is that folks, don't forget, here in Phoenix, we are having a psychic fair. It's actually a Sonoran spiritual wellness market, so it's a metaphysical affair and other things as well. We're also having speakers. We have speakers starting at 10 a.m. through 5 p.m. Most of them are free. We have one medium. If you're in the area, you know of Jamie Clark. He's a very well-known medium, and he will be here, and he will be doing mediumship reads from 3 to 5 for the audience. And that one is a fee because he's giving his time and doing free readings for everybody. So if you're here in the area, it's September 15th, and let me find the thing to put up. It's going to be at the Embassy Suites, Biltmore. And again, September 15th from 9 to 5. At 9:15, there will be, and ignore that number, it says 9:30. Actually, at 9:15, there will be a free I want to be a psychic class. In other words, it's a psychic intro class, and I'm going to be teaching it with maybe one other person, and we're going to give a free class on how you start down the road to being a psychic. So again, it is no charge. It is a free class. We're going to have, and this is a free event if you buy tickets in advance. Okay, this is the vendor thing. And does this one say vendor or is this one the other one? No, they both say vendor. Okay, there's again, if you go to sonoranmarket.com, and it's on the bottom of the screen there, sonoranmarket.com. If you go to sonoranmarket.com, and you can get tickets while they last. We sold out of the first batch in 4 days, and so there is now an opportunity to get another ticket, to get tickets. Make sure that you get them in advance. And the cool part is that again, they are free in advance, $7 at the door. Save yourself the $7, and definitely save yourself the $7 because you may not be able to get in if you show up at the door, because we may have sold too many tickets, and I don't know what. It's like crazy. I didn't expect it. So if you have a chance, please check it out. Sonoranmarket.com. That is the website, sonoranmarket.com. for tickets. And I need to get a QR code set up for that. And I will do my best to do so. But for now, that's it. Now, it was Harley. Harley was next. Is that right? Harley, what you got? Let me see if I can find what Harley was saying. Harley, is it general or specific? Let me try to see if I can answer that question. If you answered it already. I don't see it. Harley, can you tell me general or specific? I would truly appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. May I please get a reading on what? Let me click here for you. There you go. Put it up on the big screen. May I please get a reading on what Spirit would like for me to know, or on how Spirit, my team, would like to help me? Would you happen to know, or one or more of their names. I don't know spirit guides names. A friend of mine, Angela, she is amazing with spirit guide names. She can tell you them all. I don't connect to spirit guides. I connect to spirits. I connect to your spirits and your spirit guides in that way, but they don't share information about their names with me. They share information about things that I need for you, but they don't share information like that with me. Again, Harley, I posted earlier. I'm going to put it back up as we just because it's a great opportunity and a great intro. One thing I would suggest, Harley, is click on this. This is the link to my new video on YouTube. It's a free video, and it's a meditation. It's a Meet Your Spirit Guide meditation. It's a guided meditation. It's going to take you 30 minutes to do the video, so make sure that you are prepared. I need you to, and it tells you how to sit down in a quiet space, prepare yourself, and then it takes you down into a relaxed state. And that relaxed state then helps you to eventually go to through a few exercises and then wind up in a safe space where you can then see your spirit guides. So Harley, I would suggest when you want to talk about your spirit guides and meet them, this is the way to do it. This video is amazing. I've used this. This is the first time I've written it down and then recited it and videoed it. When you see the video, you will not see my face. It's a rhythmic sound, music with an image of underwater. It's a beautiful image, by the way. You won't be seeing it because your eyes are closed, but it's an underwater image, and it's a video. So it's constantly showing the water moving and so forth. But the cool part is it's a guided meditation. So it takes you down and takes you through the whole process and then brings you back up. And again, it takes you about 30 minutes. There's about 7 minutes in the middle where you're sitting and having free time to talk to your spirit guides. So yeah, I would suggest doing this first to meet your guides. And anybody who wants to meet your guides, this is a good way to do it. And also if you want to not only meet your guides, but if you are looking to meet somebody from your past, somebody who's crossed over, this is the video to do that as well. And when you hear the word spirit guide, make sure in your mind you hear the loved one, whichever loved one you're seeking. And then the rest will still work the same because again, there's 2 or 3 places where you're going to switch spirit guide for a loved one in your head. Okay. But you can meet the loved ones you've passed. This is the way to do it. You can reach out to them, have a conversation with them. This is the way to do it. So let me get back to Harley's specific question, though. And let me get back here. And again, it takes about 30 minutes. And if everybody would do me one favor, and that is click on this and start watching it just for a little bit today or tomorrow, I would appreciate it. And then hit that like button. That would be great for that specific thing. Also here, like, share, subscribe, and follow. I would appreciate it. But this one's important because YouTube, with their algorithm, they need to say there's activity on something, and then YouTube will then share it more and more and more. If YouTube sees no activity, they're not going to do much. And so I would truly appreciate, even if you're not interested in the video, it would help me immensely if you could start the video and just watch a little bit. If you would do me even a bigger favor, start it before you go to bed, and then turn the volume down so you can't hear it and turn it over or whatever, and let it play for the whole time while you're sleeping, and just have it play in the background on your phone. That would be even more wonderful, or on your computer. But if you're looking to get to sleep and you're having problems sleeping, another way to do it. This video will help you get there too. Okay, not that it's boring, it's just that it helps you put it in a restive state. Okay, there you go. So those things I would appreciate. Now back to Harley. What is it they want you to know? What is it you need to know? Okay, Harley, then I'm going to put the cards down because this is going to be me drawing in the psyche stuff. Let me get a little swig here of some liquid. Oh, it's sparkling water, by the way, folks. It's not liquid. It's not alcohol. It's sparkling water. Just to make sure you understand, it's not fire water. It's just sparkling water. Hey, congratulations, Brendan. Nice to hear that. Nice to hear it. Harley. So let's see what we're getting for Harley. Harley, you got to stop. It's interesting because the one thing they keep telling me is that you fight with them, that you hear, they talk to you, they communicate with you, they send you information, and then you kind of exclude it, or you discount it, or you don't believe it or something, or you don't, I don't know, you fight it. You fight them. You fight them because of trust. And so you have to trust a little more, Harley. Give them a little more trust. Have a confidence in when they send you something, when they tell you something that you need to hear, then listen to them. Okay, listen to them. They want you to be successful. They want you that you have an ability, you have an amazing gift. And why you block it already is perplexing. But part of it is the fact that, again, it's confidence. So Harley, open yourself up with giving yourself a little more confidence, a little more compassion, a little more understanding that you have amazing abilities, and use them. Okay, Harley, are you intuitive too? Because they're showing me that you're not only psychic, but you are also intuitive. And have you channeled? And it's like, have you channeled a family member? Has a family member come through and channeled through you? Because they're showing me a family member situation here. Yeah, the meditation video is right here. It's on my YouTube, Harley. This is the YouTube channel. If you click on the link that I put in the chats, you will see that you can go right to it. So it's in my YouTube channel. You'll find it. It's the newest long form video content. So, and if you scroll back through the chats right now, Harley, you'll also find it as HTTP, as a URL. You can find it there too. But yeah, Harley, that's the big thing is that you tend to discount, you tend to not have the confidence in the information you're getting. But you really and the funny part is they're telling me be careful with your empathic side, because your empathic side sometimes takes in it too much and you don't know how to release the energies completely, and they kind of eat you alive from time to time. So again, give yourself some grounding exercises, get yourself grounded. But the other thing is, again, don't be surprised. They're telling me about the channeling. You have yet to tap your channeling abilities, and you've got some. They're telling me your channeling abilities are pretty damn good. So So keep working on those too. Okay, there's a whole lot of energy around you, Harley. My God, you're a very positive spirit. Man, I bet you bring a lot of good positive energy to the people around you. Shoot, I bet you glow. I'm getting this glowing energy. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Hopefully it helps you, Harley. Who is next? People ask me how you get readings. You just as I'm drawn to your name, as you pop up and I draw to your name, then I'll call on your name. If I call on 2 or 3 people at the same time, sometimes I do see 2 or 3 that I'm like, okay, I want these 3 or these 2, and then I tell you in order. But usually it's when I'm finished, like right now, I'm finished reading the people who I intended to read, unless there was somebody who I promised, then I don't think it was anybody after Harley. Then if I see a name pop up and it really catches my attention, like Summer Dawson, who just caught my attention, she's going to get the next reading. And so that's how I do it. And that's kind of how I do it. Okay. Let's see. Summer, this one's for you, okay? Summertime and living is easy. Yes, Lotus, after Summer, I will definitely read for you, okay? All right, here we go. Summer, I feel like you've been stuck for a while, okay? You're a very strong person. As I throw the card on the floor, you're a very strong person, very strong will, which I love, good strong energy. But I feel like you've been stuck for a while, okay? And it's not a question of how to move forward. It's not a question of where to get the energy or resource. It's more a question of when. It's like you're waiting for something, you're waiting for a trigger, you're waiting for a sign, you're waiting for something, and it's telling me that you have a little longer to wait. Okay, you have a little longer to wait because things are falling into place and you're learning as much as you can, you're growing, and but yet there's something that is yet to fall into place. Okay, so don't be surprised. Like 3 months from now, we're talking. Let's see, August, September, October, around November, December timeframe. Something breaks free, and something breaks free, and it's like all of a sudden, all the pent up energy that's kind of kept you, again, in a stuck kind of pattern, in a holding pattern, uh, is liberated, and all of a sudden you're the first of the year. I would say I mean, I'm really getting, yeah, because this is a 4 energy, so don't be surprised if the first of the year, whatever has been holding you back is released, and all of a sudden you've learned to just drop any pretense of things that frustrate you and hold you back, and just like, you know what, I'm just moving on, I'm moving forward. So know that, unfortunately, what I'm picking up for you for now is that this holding pattern is going to stay this way. But while you're in this pattern, make sure you learn as much as you can, take in as much information as you can, make sure that you're preparing for the move forward. And then by the first of the year, don't be surprised. And again, whatever, if you can get some free adult classes, take them. If you can get some lectures, go listen to somebody talk, wonderful. If you can go, if you can get some books, go to the library and get a few books and different things that you would not usually read. Go get yourself out of your safe space. Listen to some music you would never listen to. Read some books you would not read. Go watch a movie that would really not be, and something that's intellectual. Watch an intellectual movie, that something you would not be drawn to, or sci-fi or something like that. Something, again, that is beyond what you usually do. Make sure you're getting out and connecting. When you go out, the next time you go out to the grocery store, I want you to approach 2 people, not one, but 2 different people, strangers, and just say, it's like, maybe while you're in line, say, I'm hoping you're having a good day. Just something very simple like that, or as you leave, and you walk by somebody and say, well, blessings to you. Shake things up. Okay, start planting those seeds, planting the seeds of accommodation, planting the seeds of good attitude, planting the seeds of giving back, those kind of things. I think it's going to go a long way, because when things break in again, late December, early January, you're going to have had so many experiences that are going to be very useful to you with the new way forward. Because I'm seeing a more public role. I'm seeing you in a more kind of like in a more structured managerial type situation. I just feel like there's a lot of structure around you, and that you're imposing structure for whatever it is, and that that you're going to be communicating with people, and communication is going to be super important to your movement forward. So do these things to get you out of your cocoon. Okay, get comfortable with talking to strangers and communicating with strangers, and also get comfortable with expressing your wants, needs, and desires, because you're going to need that. Okay, you are right as far as feeling stuck. Okay, yeah, but I'm telling you, be prepared. Do the things right now that I told you about, breaking your boundaries now, and being prepared to have those boundaries overcome by the time January comes around, because again, January is when it's going to pay off. All right, got that. Let's see, who was it? And again, thank you for coming in, Summer. I appreciate it very much, by the way. And again, I love the name. I love that name. Who was it I was supposed to read for after Summer? Lord knows, I tell you, my memory is not the best. Not that I don't try, but I'm telling you, sometimes it just isn't there. Who was I drawn to? I thought I told somebody it was the next. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. I saw something that caught my. Lotus. Lotus. Yes. Is it Lotus? Yes, Lotus. Oh Lord, Lotus, are you still here? Let me know if you're still here. Let me know, Lotus. Let me know. Sorry about that, folks. Detour. Crazy. Anyway. Lotus, yes. Lotus. See, I want to know if I can get a reading on my job. My customers get back. Okay. Let me talk to spirits here with you, Lotus, on this one. Let me see what. Okay. Lotus, the. I get it. I see what's good. Lotus, the. Okay. Lotus, when you go to work, okay, I think you have a good intention. I don't think that's a problem. You're definitely motivated. The problem is this, Lotus. First and foremost, communication. Okay. Your communication, you sometimes are so willing and so wanting to help and assist that you're not listening. You're not completely listening to what they are. You hear them, they're talking, but you're not necessarily listening. And there is a big difference, a very big difference between talking and listening. What I would suggest to you, Lotus, to consider is from what you should do when you're talking to them. From time to time, mirror back to them what it is they said to make sure that you are indeed understanding what they're saying. So, to give you an example, say your client would talk to me like an attorney. And again, as you know, I'm an attorney. So say a client's in front of me, and a client says, "Mr. Rumer-Rivera, I have a situation here where I've been sued because I don't know why, but for some reason, they think I wasn't fair to one of my employees." Okay. And I hear you've been sued, and this is so here I'm hearing instead you've been sued because you screwed up with one of your employees. I just put in there more than what they said. Okay. And so what I've done is I've altered the communication. If I mirror back to them, so you're telling me you screwed up with an employee, and they're like, "No, that's not what I said." And I'm like, "Okay, so what, by coming back with a mirror, okay, and not an aggressive way like I just did, but say, if I understood you right, this is what you said." And that's the terminology to use, okay? If I heard you right, this is what you said. And then they'll say, "Oh yeah, that's what I said." Or they'll say, "No, that's not." And even if they had said that, but they now hear it back that that's not what they intended to say, then they can change it for you. And therefore, you're both having the same conversation. Because what happens often is that, and I have it here, you'll have it with family members. You'll sit there and listen to two family members have a conversation, and you're thinking they're not even in the same conversation because they're having two different responses and two different, because one's focused on one's on a different, their focus is wrong. Therefore, they're not having the same conversation. There's no mutual meeting of the minds. Okay. And that's what I'm saying here. That's the first part of this. The second part of this is, Lotus, when you approach anybody in a service industry position, okay, as a service industry person, you have got to put yourself in their shoes. And that's the piece that's missing as well, is that you definitely want to help and so forth, but you're not putting yourself in their shoes. And therefore, when they're looking at this or talking about this or asking about this, and you're thinking, well, why do you need that? Or that's not really, it's not your place to know that. So you, again, put yourself in their shoes. And if you put yourself in their shoes and you then come from a point of view of, I'm just going to give them all the information I can to help them, but do it in a way with a nice posture and nice attitude and so forth, you'll see that those numbers will change. Again, the problem isn't so much that you're not good at what you do. You're good at what you do, but the problem is that you're not putting yourself in their shoes, and you're not checking to ensure the communication is good. And that's where the biggest flaw is. The communication is not as good as it could be. And the problem isn't that, again, it's not that you're not hearing them. It's that you're not listening to what they are saying. And sometimes they don't even know what it is they're trying to say or whatever, which is even more problematic. So when you mirror it back to them, even though they just said it, when they hear it, they may say, oh, that's really not what I was intending. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, that's what I've got for you, Lotus. Okay, two things: communication and put yourself in their shoes, and I think you'll be fine. That's the information I'm given. Okay, who is next? Who is next? I'm going to do one or two more, maybe three, depending on the situation, and then I'm out of here. So step on up, folks. Let me know. And while you're doing that, I do want to do one thing real quick. Okay, so give me a little bit of. Let me put my glasses on because I gotta see. Oh no, I don't. Here we go. Okay, and then we go here, and then I go here. Okay. Got it. Okay. So I'm gonna yes. Sorry, folks. Just looking here because I need to add something real quick. Do. The magic of technology. I love it. Sorry about that, folks. Again, I'll be done real quick. Do. Gotta put this here real quick, back up here. The thing fell off because the camera, and therefore it creates an image on a reflection, which is not good. That's why I have to put it there. Okay. One more thing, and then I'll be back with you guys. Again, thanks for your patience, folks. Sorry about this. Do. There we go. Since Body asked about it, I wanted to make sure I finished this QR code so you all can see it. This is the link to get free tickets for the Sonoran Spiritual Wellness Market on September 15th. I had to create a quick QR code for that, so thank you for allowing me the patience to do so. And so when you click on this link, it will take you to get free tickets. Should you be in the Phoenix area, please feel free to click on this link and get yourself some free tickets. Again, they're $7 at the door, but if you get them in advance, they're free. Now let's get back to the readings. And let's see who. And of course, if you look in the chat, you're going to see the IRL, which is the line link that'll take you to the same place for the tickets. Okay. Don, will tomorrow work? For what we talked about earlier, yes, tomorrow will work. That's you calling on angels. Yes. Definitely want to get that done. Let's see. Unbalanced says y'all need to connect it to calling on angels. Yes, for love readings. Absolutely. Haley. Yes. Okay, Haley O'Brien, you are next. Haley, do you have a specific question? Haley, did you have a quick specific question? Arizona is so beautiful, so visited once on a project. Thank you, Harley. It is beautiful. I enjoy living here. It's been very nice. Haley, must be a long question, or did you get lost? Let's see who else is here. Let me see. Let me know you are here. Bonnie says there's a new show on Sunday, Tarot and Beyond. Yes, Bonnie, we talked that earlier, and I will repeat that. Let me put your link up too, Bonnie, by the way. As I told folks earlier, there is a new show on Sunday, and it's with Bonnie. As a member, we talked about her, the Love Goddess. I'm going to pull her QR code back up so you can see her QR code, and make sure, again, you go to YouTube and you follow Bonnie. And she remember we talked about her. She is here on Wednesday mornings. She was here this morning, as we talked about, and she is the Love Goddess, and she does love readings. But she was back on Sunday afternoon with Stephanie, who is also a wonderful reader. So you'll be able to ask your love questions there. So again, if you have love questions here, save them. I'm not interested. Please, folks, help me with this. I'm not great with love questions. They're just not my thing. But they are Miss Bonnie's thing. So please click on here, go to her YouTube channel, subscribe, and make sure your notification bells are turned on. And when she goes live, you'll get notice. And then you can see her again. She is on Wednesday mornings and on Sunday afternoons. So please check her out and save the love readings for her. Okay, let's see. Haley O'Brien, I'm still here, Don. Just want assistance. I'm on the right path with my changes. Okay, good thing. I got it, Haley. Let's see. Let me pull up Haley's question. Let me pop Haley's questions in. Where was it here? Haley. Hey, Sherry Berry, nice to see you in. Absolutely. There we go. All right. Yeah, Haley, you are. It's been a journey for you, though. Okay, you've been again moving down this road for a while. So again, you are on the right path. You are on the right journey, and this is leading you to a happier space. So again, put the work in. Keep moving forward. You know, don't question it. Just keep doing what you need to do. It's interesting too because I have here the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is very clear that the path that you're on is not only, again, it's been long and it's coming to an end, but it's coming to an end and you're at a point soon where you're going to take an inventory and you're going to be saying, okay, what have I accomplished? What have I learned? How have I grown? And then you're going to be saying, now what do I need to do? So it's an inventory so you understand where you are and how you've evolved, but also an opportunity to say, okay, these are the final few things that have to fall into place. I need to do this, this, and this. I need this growth. I need this understanding. I need whatever. And that's going to come to you. And it's interesting because you should take it very seriously and not just kind of poo-poo it. And that's kind of because this is the rash, that's the rash card. And so you don't want to be rash about it. You want to take the time. Take the time to go through that process and understand again what is it, how you got to where you are, the things that you've learned along the way, and then what more do you need to fall in place so that ultimately this will be a productive experience that you've gone through. Okay, but yeah, you've been through it for a while and you're still moving forward. So keep learning, keep growing, keep having an open understanding, keep and make sure you're talking to people. Make sure that you're communicating what it is you've learned in your growth. Make sure that you're sharing that, because I think that sharing part is super important for some reason. And I don't know why they're giving me that kind of detail, but they're really striking that in my head. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm just picking up this feeling, very very strong feeling of communicate. Make sure you're communicating with people. Okay, sometimes by us speaking it and we hear it, just having it come out of our mouth, we're like, oh wait a minute, that's interesting. Wow, okay. I didn't realize that. And then sometimes it helps you to understand the growth that you've gone through, because you've gone through a lot of growth. You really have. You've gone through this metamorphosis, and I think it's you should celebrate it. But again, it's not complete yet. So keep doing the work, okay? And it's not. It's frustrating from time to time, thinking, "Damn, there's more." But yeah, there's more. But ultimately, I'm telling you, you're almost there. That's the good part, because it was an 8 with a 9 behind it with its 9 of wands. So it's telling you you're getting there. Okay, you are getting there. Let's see. I'm gonna do one more. Before I move to the last question, okay, or maybe one of the last 2 or 3, I don't know. It depends on how long or whatever. I'm going to go through one more time. If you've not seen the weekly readings for your zodiac sign, these are free readings that have already been done for your zodiac sign. They're on my on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to pop them through real quick. So if you haven't clicked on them yet, go ahead and do this now and save them so you'll have them as well. The first one, of course, is for Aries. And again, the link will show up as URL in the chats if you're not able to use the QR code, but I'm putting them both up for your advantage, okay? This is the first one. This is for Aries. Again, this is for this week. So if you watch them tonight, tomorrow, it'll give you an idea of how the rest of the week should play out and give you kind of an idea of what you might want to do or what you want to avoid. The next one is Aquarius. The one after Aquarius is Cancer. And again, when you click on these, it'll take you to the YouTube channel. The good part is if you click on it, it takes you to the YouTube channel and starts, and then you leave, it'll be in your history, and you can always go back and find it, which is nice. So it'll save you the hassle. However, you can always go to Sonoran Mystic Tarot, which is my YouTube channel, and find these and others on there for sure. And again, the newest one is that meditation video. This is Capricorn, and the meditation video is helping you again to communicate with your spirit guides, but you can modify that to speak with people who've passed over as well. The next one is Gemini. So if you're a Gemini, or if you know somebody's a Gemini and you're curious, this is where you go. The next one is Leo. And then after Leo is Libra. Again, I didn't do these in order of the zodiac astrological signs. I did them in alphabetical order. It's just easier for me to figure out that way. The next one is Pisces. Again, if you're a Pisces or you know a Pisces, check it out. You may want to have an understanding of what the hell's going on this week with you. The next one is Sagittarius. I love those images. Aren't they great? I love them, and they're going to be constant. No matter for this purpose, they're going to be the same images, just different readings down the road. The next one is mine. I'm a Scorpion, and this is my Scorpio. And then there's the Taurus. And again, if you have Taurus in your sign and your chart anywhere, Sun, moon, rising. This is yours. And then Virgo. There you go. So you got them all. And so while we wait for that, I'm going to go back to the top where we have the meditation video, teaching you how guided meditation to meet your spirit guides. And finally, let's get back to the readings. Who is here? Who is here? The meditation is wonderful, so peaceful. I went to sleep. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I'm asking everybody, anybody and everybody, I would truly love if you could do me a favor. And that is tonight, if you go to the YouTube channel and go to the meditation, even if you don't want to watch it as you go to sleep. And again, this is a big favor, I know. But if you get free, if you're not paying for every hour on your phone and you get free hours or free minutes or whatever, what I would suggest, if you could start or if you're on your computer or whatever, start the meditation video and let it run to its completion. Turn the volume down if you have to on your phone and turn it over so you don't see it while you're sleeping or whatever. But it would do me a great favor if you could run that video and let it run its whole course, or even start it and have a little bit of it. I would appreciate it. It's super important, because what happens is the more people that see it, the more eyes on it, the more that YouTube will share it out. And this is a video people need to have. They need to learn how to connect to their spirit guides if they're going to communicate effectively and grow in the way that they probably are served best. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, Dimitri. I appreciate that you'll play that. It really does help. I truly believe that. And Dimitri, you were asking earlier for a reading. What is it you're looking to find out tonight? Somebody said, how do I donate? You can look on in my description under YouTube, you can find the donation information, but it's not required. I don't charge for my readings here. I do charge for personal private readings, but I do not charge for readings here, nor do I, do I ask for donations. But if you'd like to give one, I invite you to check out the description under YouTube, and you'll see under my YouTube description for this video, you'll see the way to do that. And again, I appreciate it, but I don't request it. And I'm okay. What's coming up with my career? Absolutely, Dimitri, you are next, and let's do that. Yeah, Margaret, I'm telling you, meditation really helps you in many more ways than you can imagine. Sometimes it's the best thing about it is the stress reduction. It's phenomenal what it does. But it also helps you, again, in this one specific, it helps you to meet your spirit guides. But it also helps you to control your mind. It helps you learn how to control your mind. It helps you to shelter and shut down some things that maybe that aren't helpful to you as you go through the process. It also helps you to learn how to visualize, and visualization is super important for many reasons, okay? Especially when if you are spirit casting, or you are wish casting, or you are manifesting, if you believe it, you can achieve it. If you can see it, you will embrace it. And so sometimes visualization alone, being able to see things and visualize them, can make them happen more so than just thinking about, oh, I want a red Corvette, but you can't see it. But if you visualize it, it kind of draws it even more. Again, it makes it more definitive for you in spirit. So, oh, thank you, Harley. I appreciate that. So again, back to Harley and let's see, Harley. Harley, I'm picking up your aura on the right. This is Harley, right? Harley, right? No, who am I? Dimitri. Because I'm like, okay, let me get back to Dimitri. I'm like, I answered this question before. Okay, Dimitri. Okay, good. Dimitri. Oh my gosh, Dimitri. It's interesting. You have a problem with focus. Okay, it's interesting. You have a problem with focus. And that's not necessarily a terrible thing, but it's interesting how the focus is a complication, because it's like you have choices and you're not sure exactly where you want to land with your career, but it is time to start something new. Okay, so Dimitri, I'm feeling like this isn't a job change. This is a career change. I think you I think if you're already looking for something in your career, then guess what? It's getting ready to pop upon you because a new career, a new beginning is there. That's the Fool. So it's a new opportunity, and it's interesting because it's telling me to spin the wheel. It's telling you to spin the wheel, spin the wheel of fate. So what it's telling, what when it says that, it's like go out there and do something that is outside the box, something that has something you have not considered, something you have not thought about, something that you would not have been drawn to. Don't do the normal standard stuff. With this change, with this career change, you need to think outside the box. You need to reach for something newer, fresher, exciting, something that checks more boxes for you, something that makes you feel more complete, more whole. Um, let's see what else we got here. Something that doesn't take you backwards. You don't want something in the back. You don't want something back there. You want something moving forward. So if you've already done it, don't do it. This is not the time for this. It's going to take strength to do it because again, it's you know sometimes you're like, okay, I can retreat. I know I can do this, but don't just know that you can do it and there you do it. You need to move forward and find the things that make you exciting. And again, you feel like a young child again. Do that. Make sure that you're the full, the new young child, exciting, all that stuff. Make sure that and look at this. Once you do that, once you pick something new, fresh, exciting, something that you haven't done before, something that isn't even in the wheelhouse initially, something you would not have thought about before, you're going to be happy with it. Okay. So Dimitri, it's time to look at something outside the box and then grasp that and go with that. Okay. I think that's so important. Um, uh, um, I just got another hit there too, Dimitri. Dimitri, the change is going to come. It's interesting because the change, the change that you need to make. Okay, the opportunity that's really going to be super for you, the opportunity that's kind of screaming and seems to be I don't know. It seems to be right for you. It's something that's going to be coming to you through a friend. A friend is going to bring an opportunity to you. A friend is going to bring knowledge of something that it's like it's going to ping with you, and you're going to say, "Wow, wait a minute, wow." And again, and I'm getting the feeling like the friend's not bringing it to you as in they want you or they know you want this. They're bringing it to you because they've heard about something, and they're like, "Hey, did you hear that? Isn't that something fascinating?" And that's what's going to spur you on. It's like the friend brings the information or introduces to you something that is new, fresh, and exciting, and then you are going to say, "Oh, wait a minute! I kind of like that idea. I need to get more information about that. I need to pursue this." So that's what I would suggest to you. Is I would suggest listening because keep your ears open. A friend is bringing that. Okay, a friend is bringing that. Harley, what does that mean? No at Don Dimitri? What does that mean? Anyway, sometimes the terminology and the short codes I'm not up on, so I don't know what that means. Let's see. Well, with that said, I think we're about done for the night. Thank you so much, everybody, for popping in. I truly appreciate it. You guys, you bring the energy, you bring the life, you bring the spirit, and I am blessed that you share it with me. So thank you for a strong, wonderful evening, and I will say good evening for now. And I'll be back tomorrow morning. If you didn't get a reading tonight, pop in tomorrow morning. We start at West Coast time, 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that, in the morning. And then we run for about 2 hours. So if you didn't get a reading tonight, come back tomorrow and jump in line. Okay, I would appreciate it. Again, thank you, everybody. Don't forget, if you could do me a favor with the meditation video, I would truly, truly appreciate it. If you could start it running this evening, or if you even watch a little bit of it. And again, if you watch any of the long-term content like this one and all of the readings that I did this month, all of the weekly readings for the different zodiac signs, if you leave a comment, and you can even go back now to the last few weeks and leave a comment in each of those videos. Every time you put a comment in a video, I will put your name into the hat for a drawing at the end of the month for a free copy of my book, The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. It's available on Amazon right now for $20 plus shipping and tax. You'll get it for free if your name is drawn. And the way you increase your odds is by putting a comment in each video. So again, there are 48 videos that are out there that are long form content. So if I were you, I would do that. And also you can even put a comment in this video which is the meditation video, and that one would count as well. So, if you'd like to get a chance to increase your chances to win a free book, leave a comment in any of the long form content. Again, any of the readings that I did. Again, there's 12 readings a week times 4 weeks. And again, this meditation video. Any comments in any of those will be included to be considered for the drawing. And then I will, once the month is over, I will then look at all those videos, find out who responded, and draw the name, and then I'll post it out there. And you guys, whoever was the winner, I'll ask them to send me their email, their mailing address, and I'll send it to them. Okay, so get your name in there. Get your name in there. Get a free book. With that said, I'm going to let you guys go. Again, thank you. Love, light, and blessings from me to you, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great one. And if I don't see you, have an amazing weekend, okay? Enjoy this last weekend of the summer season. Bye-bye. Let me get some out music. I'm not even ready. What am I doing? I messed up. I wasn't even ready to get out of here. I was too busy paying attention to everybody. Oh, by the way, let's see. Before I go, yes, I want to play this video. Do I? No, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's not that important. Just something I thought was playful. Here we go. Oh, yeah. No, bye.